So let's talk a little about like what open throat is and what raising a soft palate means. You might have heard like smiling into your singing. Kellen Quinn is a guy who does this a lot. You know, stay for a night if you want to. I can shoot. I always see him doing that face. And like, let's talk about like why singers do that and why you might want to consider doing this too. So when I first started singing, I was really covered. I was small, and it was like my sound was small. It got really heady in the higher notes, and it would just an example. Here's the difference between like a covered sound without an open throat and without the smiling, without the correct posture. Right? Hey, lucid dreamer, make up your mind. We're caught on the other side. If you the world stop spinning before you see the light. Like, it doesn't sound bad, but it sounds heady. It sounds kind of weak. Whereas like, if you just take a step back, get the proper posture, and you kind of add that smile in your face, you add the right support, the right breath, and you take that same, almost like that same vocal cord closure, and it's just you're working a different system with it. Hey, lucid dreamer, make up your mind. We're caught on the other side. I feel the world stop spinning just before you see the light. You can tell it's a lot more powerful. It's a lot more bright. It's a lot more open. I even feel like I have more control over it. And I try to exaggerate it a little bit. Like, I'm not always like this when I'm singing, but for the purpose of like getting the palate up, it's that getting that bright tone so that it's not covered, and it's not like it's not constrained. Because the other thing is, if you try to sing covered and it's not open, like, it's gonna limit your range. You can only take that up so high. Like if I did, it sounds ridiculous, and it doesn't go up any higher than that. But if I go, it goes, as high as I wanted to, essentially, and it sounds a lot better. So a lot of it's just about getting the throat open and getting the tongue out of the way too. One thing I struggled with was a lot of tongue tension. So, and again, I talked about this in my relieving tension video, where I consistently would do this like every day just to kind of get the tension on the tongue. I'd take my shirt and I'd pull my tongue out and hold it like that for 10 seconds, and just do that every day until the tension was out of my tongue. Because when you try to sing with your tongue in your throat, hey, let's dreamer, make up your mind. It's like it almost feels like just like looking at myself. So I'm trying to monitor what I'm doing so I can show you properly. It almost looks like you're insecure about singing when you do that, and it's not controlled. It feels like muffled. It's not open. Hey, lucid dreamer, make up your mind. It feels strained. It doesn't look right. So, if you just go from that, hey, lucid dreamer, make up, and you get that tongue out and that palate up. Hey, lucid dreamer, make up your mind. It's like, it's night and day, man. So when they say raise the soft palate, when you talk about getting brightness in the face, it's not necessarily about singing sad songs or happy songs. It's not about like literally smiling, but just getting these cheekbones to come up to give you a little bit more acoustic space. You can get a little more power, brightness, and control over your voice. It really is night and day. You can hear that just through my voice, and if you're having trouble, if that's something you have trouble with, remember, just focus on that support. And don't get so hyper focused on this. It'll come with time, and it's not like it's something that just came overnight for me. Like, oh, I get it. Like, it took me a long time to figure out how to work with my voice with an open throat, because in our culture we're so used to talking with like closed off throats and muffling our sounds. It's just the way we talk, and that's a obstacle of Americans. Other people have obstacles with accents and things, so this is not exclusive to our culture. It just happens to be one of our obstacles, so there's no need for victim mentality. It's just something you can work through. But ultimately, yeah, it's just about getting that acoustic space open. It's about getting a little more open, so you put a little more power in your voice and really take control of your gift.